What's going on today, ladies and gents? This is Bowden Built Garage. Welcome back to the channel. This is my 67 Chevelle SS, supposedly real SS. Don't really know. We are currently in the process of putting it back together. It's been in my family for about 20-25 years, give or take. If you're new to the channel, this was my dad's car. We lost him 5 years ago. I explained a lot of that in my last video, so I'll put a link up here if you wanted to check that out. But we're currently in the process of redoing it. So if this is something you might be interested in and want to see, click like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends. I'm by no means a professional, but I try my best, and we're going for a solid 20-footer. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, let's get into today's video. So in my last video, we started redoing this. I'll show it before. This is after. This is what it looks like on the driver's side. Looks pretty good to me. There's some waves in it. It's not perfect, but it's new metal behind it. Real light coat of filler. And yeah, that came out pretty good. I'll show you guys the other side too. So I've still got some filler to put in on this side, but this side came out pretty decent too. I'll show before this one too. It's not the best before. I didn't get some real good pictures of it, but you can see I've already started sanding the car down a little bit in this area. But it's coming together pretty good. I think we're just going to paint it back to the original color, but it's going to be a solid color. It won't have the flames or anything on it or the cool writing that was, cool back in the 90s and early 2000s, but not exactly the look I'm going for. It's going to be a street strip car. You can see it's already got a cage in it. It's a 6-point. It's already got a back brace for the like race seats, Kirkies, or whatever I want to do with it. But yeah, we're going to be putting all of that inside of it at some point, which is, full Holley system, fresh 823 heads, some real good stuff. You can check that out in my last video. I talked a lot about that stuff. But today this is what we're going to get into. I started putting this quarter panel in, or well, this patch panel, not a full quarter. I'm not that good, but you can see got a little bit of a gap here. We're going to work on getting that sorted and then putting a light coat of filler over it so you'll never even notice it. This this quarter patch panel down here, this is the new piece down here. It's all brand new, but it didn't really fit the best. You can see there's like a lip here, and like I said, I'm not no professional, so I don't know if that's supposed to be there or not. I had some self-tappers holding this in when I was kind of tacking it into place. This is from the donor car, which I showed in my last video, sitting right over there. I took this piece out of the donor car and started patching that in. Yeah, I'm just kind of grinding my welds away. This car had a real thick filler in it, so it wasn't perfect to begin with, and all we're trying to do here is make it look good from 20 feet away. I think I've said that about 30,000 times, but yeah, I mean, you can see it. It's thick. It's probably an eighth of an inch thick, if not more than that. So we're just going to try to follow that same exact body line. But yeah, let's get into it. I'll show some videos of it now, how I started putting this quarter patch panel in, all of this. I started doing it last night, and I started finishing those up the other night. Eventually, I'm gonna have to sand the whole car down once the patches and all that stuff are in it. But yeah, I'll go ahead and show what it looked like before, and you can tell I mean, it had a piece of metal hanging out of it. I don't know what that was about. The original quarter panel, lower half. This one, it's all brand new. I mean, you can see my spot welds down here, and yeah, I'll go ahead and show what it looked like before, and well, I've already done that, but we're gonna go ahead and try to finish this panel out today. There's a little hole back here that I think I'm just gonna fill in with filler, and I'm gonna try to get this little hole closed up a little bit more so I don't have as much filler in it. But as far as this lip to here, I'm probably gonna have to use filler for that to make it smooth, because I don't have a piece big enough to, and I'm not that good at working metal to fill this gap in. But as far as that goes, it'll still look pretty decent after after it's all said and done. I gotta grind these welds away a little bit better. But yeah, I'll show you the type of filler that I'm using. It's really expensive, but it's really good because it's metal reinforced. So I wanted to talk about what I'm using. I've seen really good reviews on it. Talked to a couple guys that's way better at body work and kind of restoring cars than I am. But this is what I've been using. It's called Bondo Extreme Metal Reinforced Filler. Rebuilds metal, wood, and masonry, drillable and tappable. So yeah, I mean you can drill and tap this stuff. So I mean it's going to be really strong. I don't think this will crack and do all that crazy mess that normal Bondo does. And I was only going to use this in the real, like, I guess, structural areas of the car, like the roof and all that. I'm just going to use normal body filler for the rest of it. But this stuff is really, really good if if it's a structural piece of the car. Like I said, it's called Bondo Extreme Metal Reinforced Filler. I don't know if you guys can see that well enough or whatever. But that's what I used in the roof already. And I'm gonna use it on the rear quarters, but like as far as like the channels go, I'll probably just use like normal Bondo on that, because I mean that's not really a structural part of the car. This stuff seems like it'll seal a lot better and it won't crack. So it's like as far as stuff that you physically see, I recommend this, but it is very expensive. This was like $55 for just a little teeny jar of it. But like I said, it's really, really good. It sands easy. Uh, yeah, and that's about all there is to it. But let's get into going ahead and getting the rest of this rear quarter patch done. So I've talked about this in my last video. Um, I've got what I do as far as like filling this gap, right? I just take any scrap piece of metal that's not, or well, that's in good shape. Then this is not a very good example of that, but I just take a piece of metal that's in good shape, and I'll take a piece of cardboard and kind of match it up to the hole I'm trying to fill, and then I just take a pair of scissors, snip it out, cut it out, kind of rough it in, get a rough idea of what I'm trying to replace in here. All I'm trying to do is just fill this gap up a little bit better. So, it's not as hard to work filler in. Don't have to use as much of it. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this piece out and get a rough idea of what I need as far as taking this, cutting it out, and then transferring it onto a piece of metal and tracing it out on the piece of metal so I can fill this gap a little bit better. So I'll get back with you guys. So I got a rough idea now. I kind of marked out my piece with a piece of cardboard. Obviously on the metal, I'm gonna have to mark this out a little bit longer. But I got it in here, and let me bring you guys in and show you what it looks like as far as the cardboard goes. Here's my cardboard. If I take this away, y'all can see the gap a little bit better. That's all we're trying to do, trying to fill that gap. So let me take this, transfer it onto a piece of good a piece of good metal that's known to be good, and we'll get back to it. I'm gonna have to make this a little longer if you guys couldn't tell. It's not quite long enough. It's not gonna land right, but I'm gonna make this a little bit longer, and we'll get to it. So here's kind of I mean, there's a bunch of streaks from welds, but I've kind of got it tacked in here. Now I just got this small little gap here. I can fill that in with filler. And I got a small gap down here too because I messed up when I was cutting this back a little bit, but it almost looks like I kind of know what I'm doing. I really don't, but yeah, I'm gonna give myself a kind of a pat on the back for that. But yeah, I'll just come in here and tack weld this around. Try to get it as flat as I possibly can, and then I'll just come back over it with filler. And the next time you guys see this, it'll hopefully look halfway decent. Maybe, probably not, but yeah. I'll get back with you guys once I get all this roughed in and get some filler on it. Wanted to show you guys the not exactly finished product, but that's the first coat of filler. I closed the garage door because it's starting to get windy. I'll pop it open real quick, make it a little bit better. So that's just first coat of filler. It's looking pretty decent so far, besides this little bubble right here. But I can sand that out. Not really worried about it. But I mean, you can tell that's a very thin, very thin coat of filler. It came out pretty decent. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, guys. I just finished my first coat of filler, and I'll get you here in there in a second to show you how it went. Keep in mind, I ain't never done a lower quarter panel replacement. I ain't never done body work to this extent, just from what I've seen on YouTube. A good channel that I watch as far as body work goes, Vice Grip Garage. Um, Kevin Teets, I can't really pronounce his name, but he's got a program called Paint.2, and he's got a lot of free YouTube videos that he shows how to work body filler. I think even Summit has a couple YouTube videos on how to do body work. I am by no means a professional, so like I said before, take what I say loosely. But I'm pretty proud with how this came out. Let me get you in there and show you how it went. Keep in mind, this is just my first coat of filler. I sanded my first coat down. There's some touch-up spots I need to get in here. You can see it's kind of lumpy and wavy through it. Let me get you see it a little bit better. That lumpy spot's gone. I sanded that down. See if it'll focus right there. I don't know if y'all, from the previous clip when I finally got my filler done, there was a big bubble here. I sanded that down. That's gone. But as far as it's got all new metal in it, it's a very light coat of filler just over top of it. And that's, you know, that's not the end result, but that's just the first coat of filler. And you can see, I mean, it made a huge difference. It doesn't even look like I've ever cut that. Now, don't get me wrong, you get up close to it, you're gonna be like, God damn, that's wavy. It looks like the ocean, but who cares? It's a street strip car. It ain't got to be perfect. It's never been perfect since we owned it. I'm just trying to make it look good from 20 feet yet again, like I've said a million times. So, let me get the second coat of filler on it, sand that down, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, guys. I got the second coat of filler on it. It looks way better than I probably could have ever imagined it. It actually kind of looks like I know what I'm doing. I promise I don't. Uh, but I'll get you in here and show you. This is the second coat of filler, and it came out pretty damn good. I might have to go over it one more time with another light coat. But then again, yeah, I might not. I just have to see how it dries, and I'm not going to keep boring y'all with just putting filler on. This was just, you know, try to show y'all what it looked like before and when I cut the quarter panel out of it and put the new one in it. I'm not going to keep boring y'all with putting body filler on and sanding it and showing you how to do that. And, you know, there's plenty of guys that are way smarter than me that teach that. This video is mainly just about this old car here and me bringing it back and taking y'all along on the journey. So let me get y'all in there and show y'all how it came out. So this is, remember how lumpy that was? That's gone now. It keeps losing focus, but yeah, right there, how bad it was. So I filled in my low spots, sand that, then I'll work my way around to these little spots here that are around the wheel well. I'm gonna fill that in with filler. I already grinded them down and put weldable primer to the back of that. and then I'll sand back over that and try to fill in these real small holes around the wheelhouse so it doesn't look like, you know, complete shit. So, but yeah, came out good. I'm pretty happy with it for my first time doing it. Pretty windy out, so excuse the wind noise there. But yeah, came out pretty damn good. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think I could ask for anything better. I might have to put that third light coat might have to go down here where I spot welded that. But other than that, came out great. Quick little thing, guys. I wanted to show you guys this right here. So these little cans are kind of a bitch to get the Bondo out of. What I've been doing is these like cheap paint sticks. I just, you know, shove them in there and get the Bondo or, well, you know, the main filler out. You got the hardener that comes with it. But I use this to scoop it out. And then I bought this cheap little kit off of Amazon. Grab them. It's kind of, oh shit, just dropped that. It's got a bunch of sheets on here. It's 11-inch, yeah, 11-inch body filler paper mixing board. Got my, I got a shitload of these on it. All of it came off of Amazon. I'm not, you know, I didn't spend a whole lot of money. Besides, the Bondo was the most expensive part. But I've been using this to mix the Bondo with, and it's pretty nice because I can peel it back off and then put the new Bondo on it, and you know I can just keep mixing it efficiently that way instead of using pieces of cardboard and mixing it up. This is a pretty good way. I saw some of the, I think Paint.2 was using one of these, so I bought one. There it was like 12 bucks. These putty knives on Amazon were like, I think it was like 15 bucks for a pack of 50. Yeah, and as far as sanding it down goes, I got like a little Milwaukee 5-inch sander. I got like a block sander that was like 10 or 15 bucks, came with some sandpaper. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, as I was saying, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to leave a comment. Hell, if you can give me some pointers, I'm doing something wrong. If you think I'm doing something wrong, feel free to leave a comment. I'll take any kind of advice I can get. I mean, all the stuff that I'm doing is basically self-taught, and what I didn't know, I pretty much just YouTubed it or Googled it or whatever. But yeah, that's the gist of it, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching. Uh, Leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up, a like, or whatever. Feel free to subscribe. It's free, and that really helps the channel out. And thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.